Donald Trump and Joe Biden might be debating. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to UnwokeThoughts. Now, when I say might, I mean that there is the slimmest of possibilities that this would actually happen. Now, Trump, of course, is ready to debate. And when I was in Green Bay, this was earlier this month, Donald Trump, this was for a Trump rally, Donald Trump had a podium set up with a sign in front. Well, it was actually kind of to the side of his own podium, but there was a sign on the front of this other podium that said anytime, anywhere, any place. Now, this, of course, is yet to be confirmed, but Joe Biden recently went on the Howard Stern show and said that he would debate Trump somewhere, but he doesn't know when, but he said that he is happy to debate him. But the problem with this, though, of course, is that he has to get permission from his handlers in order to do this debate. And this is probably a risk that they are not going to take because of Joe Biden's increasing amount of word gaffes, flubs, and, stumbles that he makes during his appearances. So I imagine they just can't take on that kind of liabilities. But in interviews, it's a different story. Biden must project strength because he is viewed as feeble. So he either has to say he would debate Trump or come up with some sort of excuse as to why he refuses to debate him. And this is something I believe that would include some sort of moral posturing. And I think this is something that's going to come in the future. They are going to say, well, we're not going to debate Trump because Trump is, such a bad person that we're not going to even entertain this idea of debating him. I feel like that's going to come in the future. But here is Joe Biden on the Howard Stern show.
Can I tell you what fantasy I had? I don't know if you're going to debate your opponent.
I am somewhere. I don't know when. I'm happy to debate him.
This is how I would handle it. Tell me if I'm nuts. Well, I am nuts, but tell me if this is accurate. I would stand there on stage with Trump and I would repeat over and over again, excuse me, please find me 11,000 votes so that I can win the election. I would just repeat that over and over again. And then I'd say to the audience, what are we debating? A man picked up the phone and wanted to say, fake the election, give me 11,000 votes. I don't know how any American who loves this country, that's the end of the debate. You don't get to run if you're going to fix an election.
On January 6th, when they were storming the Capitol.
And a police officer died.
Yeah, and he would say nothing. He was sitting in that office that dining area off the Oval Office for 3 hours and said nothing. I was supposed to make a speech on the economy that day. Instead, I made a speech from I was in Delaware on that issue because I was elected president, but I wasn't sworn in yet. I was derelict. It was almost criminal. He did nothing. He just sat there and watched what was happening. Not a single, and now he wants to he calls them patriots and victims, and says he's going to pardon them all if he's reelected.
Now, these, of course, are just absolute lies by Joe Biden and Howard Stern. Now, Howard Stern, man, he has really fallen off the edge. I don't know if he is intentionally lying. I almost believe a lot of these people just have this major case of Trump derangement syndrome because they insulate themselves in this bubble, and all they read are headlines and articles from media outlets that are constantly pummeling Trump. So whenever he tells stories about him or says something about Donald Trump, it's always painting Trump in the absolute worst light. And I feel like these people, they honestly, I don't think they can help it. They just have this major case of TDS, and that can't be helped. But Donald Trump, of course, immediately jumped on this chance and addressed Joe Biden after his court appearance on day 8 of the hush money trial. And he invited Joe Biden to debate him anytime he wants.
I just want to say that I've invited Biden to debate. He can do it anytime he wants, including tonight. I'm ready. Here we are. I invited him to the courthouse that he has us tied up in his administration. This is all being done through Washington. It's a well-coordinated attack on a political opponent. But I'm here. I'm ready, willing, and able. And if he wants, I'll do it on Monday night, Tuesday night, or Wednesday night. We'll be in Michigan, a state that he's destroyed because of the auto industry. We're not going to have any jobs left in Michigan. No auto jobs left in Michigan. They're all going over to China and other places with this ridiculous EV mandate, electric vehicle mandate. But we're willing to do it Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, or Friday night on national television. We're ready. Just tell me where. We'll do it in the White House. That would be very comfortable, actually. but you tell me where. But we're ready. He's obviously not showing up now. We heard nothing. But he said today that, I'd love to debate, but he won't debate. I don't think he'll debate. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. I'm not sure he has a choice. But that's the story. So here we are. We're ready, willing, and able. And we don't see him, and I don't think he'll be here. But maybe next week he'll do it. I doubt it, but maybe next week. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. I know you have to suffer through this like everybody else. Nothing has come. This is a case that should have never been brought. Every legal scholar, every legal expert, Andy McCarthy, Jonathan, Andy, every single one. Jonathan Turley came out with a scathing report of this trial today. Andy McCarthy's scathing report. Mark Levin, can't believe this is happening in our country. There's no case here. There's no case whatsoever. It's a disgrace. We have a conflicted judge, and it shouldn't be happening. Not in this country. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so anytime, any place, anywhere, come on, Joe Biden. The people want a debate. The people want to see this train wreck. But he is very right about this trial. It is just an absolute just clown show. It really is. If any of you guys have been following this trial, you know that this trial is a total sham. And I also am covering this trial. If you have any interest in that, every day of the trial, I am reading exactly what is happening. We have a guy on the inside, Inner City Press, and he writes everything that happens, what the prosecutors say, the defense says, the judge says. So it's very interesting. So if you want to see more of that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And it's usually probably about 2 videos a day because I try to get it out as soon as possible. So I'll have like a segment of the defense questioning the witness and the prosecutors. So I usually split it up into 2 separate videos. But Donald Trump also took to True Social to further talk to Joe to try to convince him to do this debate. But he said, letter to Joe, Dear Joe, now that you've committed to debate on the now dying Howard Stern show, no less, let's set it up right now. I'm ready to go anywhere that you are. We could do it in DC, even pinpoint the White House or in New York, when your radical left fascists are finished with election interference against your political opponent. Me, in all caps. In any event, let's get it done. The people of our country deserve to know why you have allowed 15 million people, many from prisons and mental institutions, to invade our country at our now very open southern border. Or why you want everybody to foolishly have, in 5 years, an all-electric car, which won't go far. It's very expensive and will be made in China, or why you are allowing energy prices to skyrocket, our economy to crash, and inflation to reach levels that we have never seen before. Maybe you have a reason for this, and you'll have a chance to talk about it. But let's get the debate going. The American people have the right to know. Yes, come on, Joe. Let's get the debate going. If Donald Trump is such a doofus, as you like to say, if he's so bad, I mean, show that to everybody. Show everybody why the people of the United States should pick you, Joe Biden. And I guess I can't really direct it to Joe Biden, right? I have to direct it to the Biden administration. Come on, Biden administration, let Joe appear. But I doubt that is going to happen. But Donald Trump made another post, and he said, and man, these posts are just gold. Crooked Joe Biden just announced that he's willing to debate. Everyone knows he doesn't really mean it, but in case he does, I say anywhere, anytime, any place. An old expression used by fighters. I suggest Monday evening, Tuesday evening, or Wednesday evening at my rally in Michigan, a state that he is in the process of destroying with his EV mandate. In the alternative, he's in New York City today, although probably he doesn't know it, and so am I, stuck in one of the many court cases that he instigated as election interference against a political opponent, a continuing witch hunt. It's the only way he thinks he can win. In fact, let's do the debate at the courthouse tonight on national television. I'll wait around. So Donald Trump, man, he's just raring to go. He's like, listen, I sit through, 6-7 hours of trial. He sits there. The press is trying to make fun of him for nodding off and all these things. But then he comes out and he campaigns. Then he comes out and he says, come on, Biden, let's debate. We can do it right after my trial. So the press trying to make Donald Trump look weak. Total fail. Total fail. Donald Trump, he's raring to go. And man, this would just be, I feel like this would break the internet. I want to see this so bad. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden in a debate. What do you guys think would happen in this debate? Let me know down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I'll see you on the next one.